Imagine losing your father, and the very next day, discovering your own sister has sold everything he built for you. The land, the trucks, the business, gone. She told me it was to protect me. But deep down, I knew she wasn't protecting me. She was protecting herself. And what she didn't know is that betrayal doesn't bury me. It builds me. If you've ever dreamed of seeing karma serve itself cold on a silver platter, smash that like button in, subscribe, and buckle in. Because this is one of the most satisfying revenge stories you'll hear today, where betrayal turned into an empire. I was 19 when the world collapsed. My father, the man who taught me that sweat is the only honest currency, was lowered into the ground. He didn't just leave behind grief. He left behind a dream. A small construction company that he used to call my wings. But the day after his funeral, I walked into his office only to find empty desks, hollow walls, and silence where life used to be. My sister, my own blood, looked me in the eye and said, "I sold everything. The land, the trucks, even the machines. I did it to protect you." Protect me? No, she stole the very future our father promised. And the worst part, she said it with a calm face, like she had done me a favor. For weeks, anger ate me alive. I was just 19, powerless, penniless, broken. My friends moved on with their lives, but I was left carrying bricks on my back at construction sites that once bore my father's name. Every shovel of dirt, every cut on my palms reminded me of two things: the betrayal that stole my future, and the fire inside me that refused to die. While she spent her wealth on vacations, jewelry, and parties, I worked. I listened. I learned. I became a shadow at the edges of the industry my father once owned. Foremen dismissed me as just another kid. Laborers mocked me for dreaming too big. But I swallowed every insult, every laugh, and turned them into fuel. I studied contracts after long shifts. I learned where money was lost, where it was made, who could be trusted, and who couldn't. Slowly, I built connections. A supplier here, a truck driver there, even a few foremen who respected the quiet determination in my eyes. I saved every coin. Not for food, not for comfort, but for the foundation of something greater. Years passed. My sister didn't even notice me anymore. To her, I was just the forgotten younger brother, buried in dust. But what she didn't know is that dust is where diamonds are born. The turning point came one night when a foreman I trusted pulled me aside. He said, "Kid, you know this business better than half the bosses out there. Why don't you start your own crew?" That night, I couldn't sleep. My father's voice echoed in my head. "One day, this company will be your wings." And I realized he hadn't just left me a company. He had left me the blueprint to build my own. So I did. I gathered a small crew of workers who were sick of being underpaid and overlooked. I promised them something different: respect, fair pay, loyalty. And brick by brick, contract by contract, we rose. At first, it was small projects, houses, small offices. But our reputation grew faster than I imagined. Within a few years, I wasn't just a laborer anymore. I was the man signing contracts, the man suppliers called first, the man whose name carried weight. And then karma arrived, wrapped in opportunity. A massive contract came up for bidding, the kind that could change a company forever. But there was a problem. My sister's company, the one she built on stolen money, was also bidding for it. When we walked into that boardroom, she barely recognized me. Her jaw dropped when the investors introduced me as the CEO of my own firm. I'll never forget the look in her eyes: disbelief, confusion, and finally, fear. She tried to smile, tried to belittle me in front of the board. "He's just a kid. He used to carry bricks on sites. What does he know about running a company?" I let her talk, and then I let my work speak. I laid out the numbers, the efficiency, the loyalty of my crew, the profit margins. By the time I was done, the investors weren't looking at her anymore. They were looking at me. The contract was mine. And just like that, the empire she thought she stole from me was nothing compared to the one I had built. When the deal closed, she stormed out of the room, her heels clattering against the marble floor like thunder. But me? I walked out steady, calm, victorious. Her kingdom, built on betrayal, was crumbling, and my empire, built on dust and sweat, was just beginning. Looking back, I realized my sister gave me something she never intended, the gift of starting from nothing. She stole my inheritance, but in doing so, she forced me to build my own wings. Stronger, sharper, unbreakable. Sometimes revenge isn't about taking back what was stolen. It's about building something so big, so undeniable, that the thief can do nothing but watch you soar. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? And don't forget to subscribe, because more stories of betrayal, justice, and ultimate payback are on the way.